Now, I love a Disney film, but they all have happy endings. And where did they originally come from? Slightly more macabre stories. I've changed locations because outside, as much as it was really nice weather, it was actually a bit windy and I couldn't even hear myself when I started to edit. So I'm indoors now. Now, The Little Mermaid was actually one I did have on VHS as an original, not a Disney version. Now, I was all prepared when I watched the Disney one to be crying at the end because it was so sad, but it wasn't, obviously, because Disney have happy endings. Poor Little Mermaid was in such pain with her new legs, and her prince went and married someone else, that the sea witch gave her an out. She could become a mermaid again and swim the oceans forever if she killed the prince. But obviously she was still in love with that prince and she decided not to. So instead she threw herself into the ocean and became sea foam and just floated on by. Not the happy ending that Disney had. Now, one of my favourites, now mainly because I went to Disneyland Paris with one of my friends around when this stuff came out, and it was the Main Street main show, and it's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now in the Disney film, although Quasimodo didn't get his massive happy ending, he did accept that Esmeralda loved someone else, and he ended up being the conquering hero at the end, so it was all good. But in the original, not quite so nice. Quasimodo actually killed Frollo because it was due to him that Esmeralda was killed. And then he went and sat on Esmeralda's grave and starved to death. Not quite such a happy ending. Now, what I would class as definitely the original Disney film is Snow White. And we all know the prince comes along and kisses her and she wakes up and they all live happily ever after. But, not in the original. The evil queen actually attended the wedding and she was noticed, and then she was made to dance until she dropped in red hot iron slippers. There's nothing nice about that. Now, a classic again. Well, obviously they kind of all are, but Cinderella. And once again, Cinderella and the prince live happily ever after. Yes, there's a bit of gruesomeness-ish when the ugly sisters try to squeeze their feet into the slippers, but nothing too drastic. But in the original, the ugly sisters actually cut off toes and heels to try and get their feet into that slipper. And if that wasn't bad enough, the lovely doves and pigeons that were Cinderella's friends, well, they pecked the ugly sisters' eyes out. Again, not the happy ending. Well, not for them anyway. Fine for Cinderella and her prince. Now the last one, Sleeping Beauty. Now I've never seen Sleeping Beauty, although I do obviously know the story. Obviously, Sleeping Beauty is asleep, prince comes along, kisses her, wakes her up, live happily ever after. Have we heard that tale before? I think we might. But in the first version, a king happens by the house of Sleeping Beauty, hops on in and, what's the word? Bear with a second. Gathers the first fruit of love is how I've seen it written. Basically, he left her asleep and pregnant with twins. Now Sleeping Beauty did finally still wake up in that original story, but it was due to one of her twins after they were born climbing up her and sucking the thorn from her finger, which then woke her up. I'm not sure what's more gruesome actually. It's all a bit, I don't know, just a bit. That's all I can say. All in all, Disney films are epic, and it doesn't matter what age you are, you can still watch a good Disney film. But just remember, they don't all have original happy endings. Do have a look at some of the books. I put some links below and where you can find some of them, and the stories are very good.